Hi, everyone. Welcome to a special episode of Ceduc UCN Conecta 2025 program, a space for conversation about different areas of institutional work that allows us to know more deeply the mission of Ceduc UCN as a reference in the training of highly skilled technicians. My name is Claudia Marchand Bost, Community Outreach Coordinator at Antofagasta campus of Ceduc UCN, and I will be hosting the program today. A warm greeting to our educational community of Ceduc UCN and all those who watch us from different parts of our country, as well as those who watch us from Antofagasta, Coquimbo, Biobío, and Los Lagos region, where the Technical Training CIS campus of Ceduc UCN has presence. Today, we have an international and very esteemed guest with whom we had the opportunity to share 3 weeks, and we will discuss the theme Our Shared Future, Chile and Canada's Energy Abundance. I introduce you Brennan Wauters, Canadian. He's an independent electrical contractor and project manager at a growing electrical company in British Columbia. With a strong focus on energy policies, things economic and ecological health. With a master in communications from McGill University and a bachelor's in anthropology from the University of Lethbridge, Brennan has dedicated his career to promote clean energy and preserve Canada's environmental heritage. He leads a renewable energy solution in British Columbia, and also he is in charge of clean energy program at Vancouver Community College. His professional background includes critical roles in wind and solar energy projects, both large and small scale, aimed at reducing fuel dependence and expanding clean generation in Canada. Brennan visited our Augusta campus between October 15 and November 7, where he carried out a series of academic, technical, and community outreach activities. In the training domain, he led theoretical workshops on solar photovoltaic energy fundamentals and applications, participate in classes on electrical, mechatronics, and bilingual administration courses, and deliver an open masterclass on global trends in solar energy and opportunities in Latin America, connecting his international experience with the northern Chilean reality. He also provided technical support in the courses and met with teachers to strengthen practical learning. In addition, he contributed his experience in non-conventional renewable energy by reviewing the curriculum of the electrical and energy efficient program that we dictate, providing recommendations to update contents and teaching methodologies. He also conducted advising on the use and improvement of laboratory equipment and delivered workshops for all campuses. His stay also in community outreach activities such as talk at local high schools. So, welcome, Brennan. It's an honor to you to have us in this space of conversation. And of course, thank you for the opportunity to discuss a very important and relevant topic as clean energy.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I appreciate it very much.
I would like you to, first of all, ask you about your experience in Chile and especially at Ceduc UCN campus here in Antofagasta.
Well, my experience so far has been very eye-opening. Chile is at the forefront of the clean technology revolution. And Ceduc has been very warm and inviting and welcoming for us to explore what connections we can make between Ceduc and Vancouver Community College and Canada and Chile in general. So we're very happy to be here. It's been an eye-opening experience. We're learning just as much as the students are, for sure, and we hope to continue our relationship in the future.
Okay, thank you. So, in that way, or we are talking about that, could you tell us about Vancouver Community College and the community that it serves?
Certainly. So Vancouver Community College is in the heart of urban Vancouver. So it's a very densely populated center, and we service students both locally, immigrant students to Canada, and international students at the same time. So we have a very diverse mix of students in our student body, and this adds an extra challenge to the teaching necessities, the teaching challenge that we have in Canada. We teach very practical and focused hands-on skills to students so that they can transition to industry cleanly and with the skills that industry requires. And so we have a variety of technical trades and disciplines with both certification and diploma programs. Our student population is about 15,000 students, and we service those 15,000 students in the city itself. We have 2 campuses within the city. And we're very focused on community outreach. We have retained the name Vancouver Community College. So our interest is really to serve the community through education.
So, you are talking about that it's very important that the institution is related to the community. So,
Correct.
In that line, what inspired you to help develop and lead the clean energy technology program?
Well, from my own experience, I see that we are in the midst of a revolution, and we rapidly have to become generally more energy efficient. So the way to do this is to leverage the skills of students in the technical trades to go out and be the hallmark of change. They're the ones who are going to be tasked with improving energy efficiency, designing systems, managing systems, maintaining systems, and ensuring that these systems last the longest period of time possible to serve our needs in terms of energy efficiency, stability, economic stability, and environmental stability. So a strong portion of our curriculum is around the environment. We want these highly skilled technicians to also understand clearly the environmental imperative for our common future.
You tell us that the program is related or has strong courses related to the environment. So, in that line of question, what would you say is the main goal or outcomes you hope students will achieve in this program?
Well, firstly, we concentrate on safety, of course, because industry is filled with risks. So the students that we're training, and clearly the students that Ceduc is training, they get the foundation in safety, how to retain safety, how to always be on guard, and always be attentive to safety principles. In that sense, our program has decided that we also need to concentrate efforts to have students understand clearly environmental imperatives, because we feel that the environmental imperatives are also a very strong foundation for safety, because you're dealing with hazardous and risky materials at all times. So we've decided that we have to give students a better environmental foundation for the purpose of continuing safety. And they also need to design and install and bring to fruition installations in the real world. So we give them the opportunity to work in real world situations, helping communities, being community aware, helping municipal sustainability agencies to achieve the goals that are common nowadays in the political world.
They are related to the in Vancouver, and of course, when they got a job, they travel from different parts of Canada. So,
Correct.
In that way of speaking, how does Vancouver's geography, location, and climate influence clean energy initiative in your region?
Yeah, the climate in Vancouver for Canada is relatively mild. Canada is cold, so we have that challenge in terms of installation and industries. We have to really be aware of the environmental conditions. But Vancouver is a mild place in Canada, so the ability for us to cost effectively encourage the renovation and the renewal of our infrastructure to be more energy efficient and more environmentally conscious is an open opportunity right now. We are also a crossroads to the rest of the world. So we're a crossroads for the United States, between mainland United States and Alaska. We're a crossroads for the rest of the country, between Asia and the rest of Canada to the east. So any equipment or any innovation that's coming from Asia is coming through Vancouver. So we're a hub, a kind of hub that has multiple influences at the same time. We have large immigrant communities, and we also teach international students. So it really brings a whole series of influences together, and this makes for an interesting situation. It's challenging but also rewarding at the same time.
Yeah. You talk about recently about that you are a kind of hub, yeah, because in the place that you are located geographically in the map. So, could you share with us an example of partnership or collaboration your program maintained with industry, government, or local communities?
Right. We partner because we're attempting to give students real hands-on experience and training in the real world. We partner with offices of sustainability at the municipal level. We partner with solar installers and alternative energy installers. We partner with companies that are doing energy retrofits, whether it be heat pumps or electric vehicle infrastructure installations. We're trying our very best to integrate students into the working world seamlessly, so that they can transfer into the industry as efficiently as possible, keeping in mind all of the training and all of the foundational material that we want the student to have as part of their toolkit to be successful in the industries that we serve. And those are all industries of energy efficiency, controls, manufacturing, anything that's related to PLCs and programming. So our students really require a holistic and very generalized knowledge, having the foundation, the electrical foundation to begin with, and from that we springboard into other industries as much as possible, including mechanical.
Yeah. You talk about that you are part of, or the center where innovation pass through from, for example, Alaska to United States, or from Asia, yeah, to Canada. So you are constantly, yeah, exposed to those innovation, and
Right.
in relation to that, energy now it's becoming a very important part of our world. So we know that Chile has energy abundance. So Why do we talk about energy abundance in both in Chile and Canada?
Correct. Well, we do live in an energy abundant world, but we need to manage our energy because the use of our energy always has an impact on our environment. So the more efficient that we can use our energy, the better off we are down in the future, the more secure we are in the future, the more capable we are economically and technologically. And Chile is at the forefront. We're here to learn from Chile. Chile has this enormous blessing of the greatest amount of solar potential on the planet. And it just so happens to be that Chile also supplies approximately up to a quarter, or about 20% of the world's copper. So the message from Chile is definitely all about electrification and bringing the world to a net zero possibility. We have to achieve this. We know that our emissions are too high. We have to control our emissions, and the way to do that is through the portal of energy. And because of Vancouver's unique position as a doorway to the rest of Canada, from Asia, and essentially in some way from Chile, because we are both coastal communities. We both reside on the Pacific coast. And so there are similarities and differences, and what we want to do is build upon these similarities for mutual benefit. And I think that's part of our mandate to come to Ceduc. That's part of our mandate to create a relationship between Chile and Canada, and to continue to build that relationship in a positive manner, to train students and to give students an educational possibility that is unique, that is exciting for students. It's exciting for Canadians to feel that maybe we have an opportunity to come to Chile and learn more about alternative energy, about solar energy, about mining, about the hydrogen economy, because this is the future, and we want to be a part of the mix that adds a positive future to both of our communities in Chile and in Canada.
Recently, we were talking about the energy, the relationship or the similarities between our countries, and especially Antofagasta and Vancouver. And you were talking about all the learning that's related to the students. Yeah. And in looking deeper in that topic, from your perspective, from academic perspective, which skills you think will the most necessary for a student entering clean energy careers over the next 5 to 10 years?
Right. So we know that the artificial intelligence revolution is here. So we certainly need to concentrate on students' digital skills, their computer skills, so that they can do the controls, so that they can design the controls, so that they can use that information to monitor, so that they can interpret data. Because as we go forward in this environmental and I would say ecological revolution of energy efficiency and energy abundance, that we will need to know how to analyze the information so that we can make our systems last the longest period of time possible for the greatest amount of benefit, and to maintain these systems so that they operate at their optimal efficiency, so that they give us the return on our investment that we make to the greatest benefit. These are all important skills, but we also need the hands-on skills that students require in the industry. That everything, despite AI being a predominant influence these days, it's never going to disappear that we have people who are skilled with their hands and that need to go out into the world and build the systems that we require to make our societies successful. And so we're going to concentrate on those things. We want to concentrate on real world skills. We want to concentrate on making sure that students have exposure to the newest and latest innovations, and so that they think innovatively, so that they have innovation in their in their educational foundation, so that they have the ability to look at a situation and say, I can improve this, I can make this better, I can make this more efficient, I can make this easier for people to utilize and to take advantage of. And we want students to have that foundational knowledge, as well as the hard skills that are required with your hands, with being safe, having safety. And so we also want the students to work interdisciplinary. So we have to have a greater general range of knowledge for those students. They have to know mechanical, they have to know about heat pumps, they have to know about hydrogen, they have to know about electrical vehicle infrastructure and how that works. And so because we're in a constantly more integrated world, we need those students also to have the soft skills that allow them to work interdisciplinary. They need to be able to work with Chileans. They need to be able to work with people who maybe don't know the languages as well, right? We need to use the tools that we have available to us so that we can communicate better and cooperate better and collaborate better in the future. And this is the goal that we're trying to achieve.
In relation that you just answered recently, that we were talking about that students and the knowledge that they need to learn during the duration of the program, and of course all that they can be part of the innovation process. How do you integrate practical learning or real projects into your program's curriculum?
Well, we try to integrate, we try to place students in real world situations where they have to troubleshoot, where they have to look at a situation and examine all of the possibilities and, engage in step-by-step troubleshooting and systems understandings that allow them to step back from a situation and address any design project or maintenance project or system improvement project with the best possible outcome. So in our program, we emphasize lab work, we emphasize equipment training. So we try to get the students to have hands-on experience with the newest technology that's out there. So we will have students go out from the school to visit specific sites where they can get a real hands-on experience at these locations that are doing innovative work. And that's basically field-based training. So we also have students work on specific programs that might be for Indigenous communities that are looking for energy autonomy, or municipal sustainable offices that require innovative systems to demonstrate to the public that new and efficient forms of energy production are possible, they're viable, and that they can be a general benefit to society. And so we're having students go out to industry and gain industry placement for the period of time that they're actually in school and studying these principles, so that by the time that they have their certification or their diploma, that they're field ready. They can be placed in industry without any issue, without any problem, and those students can go ahead and succeed in industry with those skills.
Okay, it's kind of similar that how we do things here in Ceduc. And that's lead me to another question. That's what motivates you to visit Ceduc UCN, and what types of collaborations or exchange would you like to explore with us?
Well, Ceduc is in the heart of the energy revolution. We're in Antofagasta. There's an enormous potential here for energy production, and northern Chile is the leader in solar energy potential. So Chile can potentially train the world in these principles and train the world in how to manage energy for the purpose of for mining, for example. You know, Chile supplies an enormous amount of copper to the rest of the world. I come back to this because really the message is Chile is at the forefront of this energy revolution, and if we did not come to Chile and try and understand what's going on here, we would be at a loss. It would be our loss not to pay attention to what's happening here in northern Chile and in Antofagasta, in the province of Antofagasta, and what's happening in this part of the world. And so we're simply here to learn and to find out how, you know, Ceduc trains their students, how Ceduc places their students in the industrial world, and to see if we can learn from that experience. So far, from what I've seen, our curriculum is very similar, and I think there's mutual opportunities to gain from that relationship. We want to explore things like student exchanges, shared curriculum, and perhaps applied research. So maybe we figure out a mutual project that we can work together on, and naturally, organically, that is going to be an incredible learning experience for students. I mean, just to have students come from Chile to Canada is probably sufficient for them to gain, you know, an educational leverage that they may not have available to them here in Chile. And so any kind of exchange that we can organize, students, lecturers, research opportunities, shared collaboration on certain projects that can be used as educational tools. These are all positive advancements for both our countries and for the students that we serve. And these students are everyone's future. And so we believe that concentrating and molding these students to be the best that they can be will have benefits for all of us.
Yeah. I agree with you. For like you guys in Vancouver Community College, for Ceduc, our students are very important, are the most important. That's our mission. That's why we are here and working and trying to do our best effort for them. So yeah, we agree that it will be a great opportunity for both, especially for our students, so they can learn that here we are doing things in a right way. And of course, they if it's the opportunity of get the exchange between our students and your students, they will see that in the rest of the world there are similar problems that we have, and they can contribute to get solved all those problems.
Exactly.
Before we conclude,
yeah,
sorry.
I was going to mention that I think it's important to give students the widest variety of experience so that they can create and innovate their ideas to help improve our mutual situation. I think giving them opportunities that are unique and interesting is going to encourage them to think in a different way, and that's the goal of education.
Yeah, we both agree in that, and that's why we're here, and that's why we are starting, and we hope a very large and long relationship that contributes to the education of our students.
Right.
Before we conclude today's episode, we would like to thank you, Brennan, Canadian expert in clean energy with extensive experience in developing projects in this area, for accepting our invitation and allowing us to learn about your work. And of course, to thank you for the staying that you had here in Ceduc UCN, and contributing to our knowledge and perspective to the educational process of our institution. and to the careers related to the field of electricity linked to renewable energy. Remember to follow the official media accounts, and of course, see you in the next episode of Ceduc UCN Conecta 2025. Thank you so much, Brennan, and see you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Fantastic. Thank you.